Hello everyone, welcome back to When Saturdays Come with me, Dry Bry. So I just got back from Bramall Lane and it finished Blades 0, Quiz Park Rangers 0. It's a shame we didn't win the game. I thought we did enough to win the game today. I thought they played really well, especially second half. We hit the post as well. Their goalkeeper pulled off some really good saves, a couple of good saves in the second half and one in the first half as well from Danny Ings. I thought it was a creditable performance from the Blades today. Much better standards. It was like we've not been doing so well in the second half of games recently, but today I thought we put up a really good second half performance. I don't think we were in much trouble during the game. There were occasions in first half where we sort of struggled a little bit defensively. It felt a little bit inevitable that QPR were going to score sometimes, but we held out. You know, they looked a little bit dangerous at times going forward, QPR. But defensively, we did okay today. I thought Ben Mee was really superb again at the back, marshalling the defence. Mark McGuinness was on the bench today. He was dropped. I wanted Sariki to play, which he did. I wanted Brooks to play also, which he did as well. So Ogbadine was dropped down to the bench. So it was sort of the team that I wanted him to play. I felt a lot more confident when the team was announced that we might go on and win the game today. But it wasn't to be. But I'm quietly happy with the result. It was really a positive result. We did more than enough to win at times. I thought we had a good go. I think that was really important. Just like that little bit of self-belief at times, I think that's because we've not been winning games of football and it weren't really free-flowing at times, was it? But that will come. We hit the post as well. There was some decent football played. I thought when Tom Davies come on, he had that bit of nous as well. He did all right when he came on as well. It was a bit frantic. I thought it was a bit frantic at times where we could have I think we just took one more touch too much where we could have just dropped it into the box a bit quicker. But it was just a little bit, it wasn't slow, but it was too much at times. We just need a little bit, when you're playing well, it's not, and it's flowing and it's not so frantic, it's smooth. You get better quality balls into the box, and we didn't do that today. But it's getting better. I thought we were a lot better today. I think we're heading in the right direction. I think that's a point on the board. It stops the rot a little bit, doesn't it? Normally we've been folding a little bit in second halves, but this time we didn't. We dominated it, so that was a good sign as well. The goalkeeper, like I said earlier, pulled off a couple of great saves. One in first half, especially from Danny Ings' header. I thought he showed some quality and experience to Danny Ings today. He never stopped running either. I think the crowd really appreciated Danny Ings' performance, as they did with Sam McCallum. He was absolutely superb, keeping Harrison Burrows out of the side at the minute. So, and rightly so, he's been playing well. I thought it was positive. Ben Mee went off. He rolled his ankle, but he's going to be all right in the next couple of weeks. So I think that'll be fine. He's going to be fine for the Sheffield Wednesday game, where Chris Wilder has announced today that Chong and Heyman should be back for that game, which is great. We need those two back. I don't think Ollie Arblaster will be far behind them as well. So that's going to be good. The next 2 weeks, they're not off. They're going to be working. They'll have the weekend off and they're coming in. And Chris Wilder's going to be doing a lot of work in the next 2 weeks on whatever he's got to do, whether it's the tactics, defensive work, attacking play. There's lots still works to be working on. He said he's still catching up as well because he's missed out on a lot of things. Positiveness going into the Wednesday game, which is going to be a tough game, isn't it? No team's going to want to lose the derby game. Wednesday will be up for that, make no doubt about that. They lost today 3-1 at Southampton. But the good thing about, I noticed league table today, that gap's not opening up. It's just 3 points. So it's not as bad as I thought it might have been, or it could have been today. But I was more pleased with the performance more than anything else. It was really good. If they couldn't win the game, they didn't lose it, and that was really important. After that performance, if we'd have gone down and lost it, it'd have been absolutely heartbreaking. That really, they wouldn't have deserved it, but they didn't. So we'll take the positives out of it. It was good. Lots of good performances around the pitch. There's one or two slight little things that I weren't particularly happy with. But I thought being here, come on in second half, he flattered to deceive. He just like, whether he's lacking confidence as well. I'm not sure whether he's the answer down the right-hand side. He had opportunities to get ball into the box when he chose to pass it. But overall, McGuinness came on in second half. He did okay. Siriki did played well. I thought he made some good surging runs. So that was positive for Femi Siriki to come on and do well. So there's lots of things to look forward to. It's not all doom and gloom. I think things are beginning to happen a little bit. Hopefully that in the next few weeks, when the injuries are coming and the injured players are coming back, we can start winning a few games, and that will bring confidence, doesn't it? So nothing too negative today. We got a point. Lots to look forward to. Some good performances all the way around. So I'm not going to be too disappointed with that. Chris Wilder seems pretty much happy with that in his presser, which I put on after me. He seems he thought himself that we did enough to win, which I thought we did. So thanks for watching. I really, really appreciate it. Put your comments in. Let me know what you'll think about the game today. If anything, did you feel more optimistic with playing two up front today with Campbell and Ings? I thought they were a lot better playing the two up top. It makes a difference, doesn't it? When he's playing at home especially as well, you need to play with two people up front. We need to go for the win. And I thought we did today. I thought it showed. And I think that might be the way going forward. So thanks for watching. It's finished 0-0. I'm reasonably happy with that. I hope you guys are too. It wasn't a loss. We stopped the rot a little bit, and we can start and look forward to the game at Sheffield Wednesday in a couple of weeks. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. As always, I look forward to reading your comments, as I always do. You know that. It's really appreciative of you to comment, and we can keep the channel growing as it is. So, obviously you probably saw a message out there as well. We reached over 2,500 subscribers in just inside nine months or so, something like that, which is absolutely fantastic. So thank you to everybody who subscribes and watches the channel. Great, really appreciate it. Up the blades, and I'll hopefully speak to you in the week if we've got any updates on what's happening before the Sheffield Wednesday game. Up the blades.
Referee's Lewis Smith, he blows his whistle, and QPR will kick this one over towards the left-hand side and straight out of play for a throw-in. Now Shahir again. Shahir's going to curl one, and Cooper catches it. Here's a mistake by QPR. Campbell, right-hand side, good ball in, it's Ings, and it's tipped onto the bar by Ben Hamer. Still QPR can keep the pressure on, play to the edge of the area, shot driven in. I think Cooper saw that late. Corner for United from the right, clipped in towards Danny Ings. He heads it back across. Oh, how's it stayed out? Mee's going to cross this in. Ings heads it back across. Goal, here's the chance, hit it off the line. QPR defender gets back and heads it clear. United keep the pressure on. Ball clipped in, O'Hare's header, comes off a QPR defender. McCallum's pass. It's a wild challenge there. The ref will wave play on, even though it pecks down, because United have got it in an attacking position here. Campbell's shot, just wide. Siriki's throw, and that may well be just about it, as the ref puts his whistle to his lips, and that is in fact the half-time whistle. So a change at half-time for Sheffield United. McGuinness has come on for Ben Mee. Passed into the path of Dembele, the danger man. He's got past a couple, slips it over to Bramall. Bramall completely fluffed his lines. Tom Davis turns away from one, skips past another challenge, gets ppast the third, slips it in towards Campbell. Campbell's shot is blocked. teasers forward, tries to go on the outside, clipped in, dangerous, McCallum's header! Big save from Hamer. There's a QPR player down, and United can capitalise here with his strong running from Sariki. Tried to pass it into the bottom corner. O'Hare turns, edge of the area, through towards Peck. Is City Peck with an opportunity maybe? Peck trying to bundle his way through, it's off the post. Can Burrows pick out a delivery here? The cross comes in, it's headed away by QPR, and that's the final win.
Yeah, I'm a bit frustrated. I should imagine like 27,000 of our supporters are, really, because we've done enough, done more than enough. We needed a clean sheet, after the goals conceded and the manner of the goals. But one of the things that I've said, and I said it on the press conference on Friday, is that the team are giving everything, and I thought that the supporters recognise that tonight. They can, of course, there's always that little bit of groaning and bits and pieces at the end of the game, but I think for the majority of them have seen the team having a right go at it. We're obviously lacking a little bit of belief and confidence. Maybe the position that we're in sort of equates to just maybe take a little bit too long to make that decision. It's not free flowing. You're not as smooth as what you are in the final third. But said it's not about the process, because they've not really done anything on us. They're a dangerous team with the two wide players and the pace at the top of the pitch, especially if you overcommit. So we had to get that balance right, which we did. And on the other side of it, we've gone for a win, and I think the stats will show that. The biggie stat always, as I've always knock on about and bang on about, is that we're after a win. So if we can't win, we make sure we don't get beat. But I don't think there was a negative attitude towards the game. We went for it from the off. We were good second half. My favourite one is, was I looking to my left or my right? Majority of it for 90% of the second half, I'm looking at the right towards the Kop. But we just got to find that better moment. They made a great save. We've hit the post. We've had a couple of opportunities. We just got into so many good positions in the areas where we wanted to get the ball by playing decent football. We just got to calm themselves down and not be as frantic as what we were, to find that bit of quality, bit of a moment, bit of an action to give us an opportunity to score.
Generally, was it a step in the right direction today?
I believe so, because it's a clean sheet, and for me, dealing with that period after half time, which has been problematic for us, dealing with trying to cut out individual mistakes and being clean with that. We never made individual mistakes that gave the opposition. We're not at our free-flowing best, but there's something to work with. They've left everything out there, in my opinion. The physical stats will represent that. The eye will tell me that as well, through experience, and the amount of chances that we've done enough in terms of getting ourselves into the position where we want to be. But I think we'll realise, just at the end, we've got an opportunity of finding a bit of quality, and we have an extra touch, or it's just an heavy touch, and we're in the first man, and we're not losing it behind them to give ourselves an opportunity of scoring. And when we did, we've just not found that finish, and goalkeepers made a couple of incredible saves to kick the ball out the back of the net.
Yeah, two good saves, and perhaps two players who may have deserved to get in the winner, Danny Ings and Sam McCallum, if they'd have gone in.
Yeah, Sammy's earned his place in the team. I think he's been outstanding, and we just physical substitution there from our point of view, which is something we're trying to look at and get better with. But Sammy's wholehearted, come to the club last season, played a supporting act to Harrison, and he deserves to play and start. I thought his performance was outstanding, and nearly scored. And I thought Danny's from one of his first start at home, I think that is. His performance was full of quality, full of experience and know-how. So getting him up to speed is crucial, and I thought there was good performances, right the way through. To keep a clean sheet is good. To work on that, to create the chances that we have. It's not been a backs against the wall clean sheet where Coops has had to make save after save. It's been a positive performance, but you've got to put teams to bed if you're going to win games of football. Unfortunately, that's the negative part of today.
Ben Mee came off at half time. Has he got an injury or?
Yeah, he rolled his ankle, but that was just something that he'll quickly get over. I'm sure he'll be. We've got obviously 2 weeks now before our next game, and in that period we'll have Chong back and we'll have Kusema back. So when you're talking about getting into those positions and finding that quality, we've got 2 players there that definitely tick that box.
And Michael Cooper played despite the injury issues. How close was it to him missing that game? And
He was okay. He put his hand up, so I don't think he was 100%. But the 2 weeks will do him a world of good, and he'll be ready.
And what's the key during this international break? What are you going to be working on?
Working hard. We're not flying about all over the place. Won't be, as players do at this stage of the season, and getting a bit of sun. We'll be working, and we need to work. We're catching up. I've said it all along. I've missed too much in terms of drip feeding messages in terms of work, in terms of defensive work, in terms of attacking work. So we're working right the way through, and the players understand that, and they're committed to making us better, and I certainly am. It's to Shirecliffe after the weekend, and working right the way through. It would be an opportunity of the players getting a little bit of rest and recovery in that period, but a real opportunity to work on things to make us better than what we are at the moment. We're not flowing, we're not flying, but there's still definitely something to work.
How was the health going into this game? Obviously a doubt beforehand.
Just tough few days since Tuesday, just trying to get myself right. A lot of work from the physios helping me out, trying to get me ready for today, and they did a really good job of me, and thankfully it's got through today unscathed.
Sometimes as a player, do you kind of have to be honest with yourself as to whether or not you're ready to play in a game?
Yeah, I think you've got to take your selfish mentality out of it, and if you're not going into a game maybe even 80% right, then you might be a detriment to the team. So I wouldn't have played today if I knew I might have come off after 20 or I'd been too sore. So I played because I knew I was 100% ready to play in my head. And I've done it before in my career, and I'll probably have to do it a few more times as well.
How do you feel about a draw against QPR?
With it being at home and the way we played, I feel like might be 2 points dropped. I feel like probably reiterating what the manager said in the changing room, that we've done everything. We've done well defensively to keep them out. I think that's something we've been lacking recently with the amount of goals we've conceded. So not capitalising on that and going at the other end and maybe getting a goal, it's disappointing with the amount of chances we've had, but there's positives to take into the next game.
How is the confidence in the squad at the moment? Because it'd be understandable given the way the season's gone if it was a bit low at the moment.
Yeah, it's been difficult at times, but I'd say the mentality of this group and the set of staff that we have is top notch, and standards aren't going to slip. The manager's not going to let that happen, and we as players can't let that happen either. So I think it's got to start from somewhere. I don't think confidence is probably the way where you start from. I think results breed confidence, but just having that mentality and will to win, that's going to carry us through. Yeah.
What's the outlook on the season now? Because you'll have gone into this year hoping to go again and have another promotion push, but are you having to adjust expectations now?
Maybe slightly. A lot of change in the summer, maybe disrupted a bit of flow, but things are back to the way we'd like it now. So there's been no excuses for a lot number of games now. Not that to say there was any at the start of the season, but the things were very different to what they are now. So there's no excuses. It's on us as a group of players now to really get the ball rolling and get results that we need.
Because from the outside, it would be easy to assume, the old manager's back. He just immediately went back to how things were when you had the season last year. But does it actually take a bit of time when you've had that kind of change, going from one manager to another, back to the old manager?
Yeah, I think there's quite a bit of a turnaround in the squad as well. So not everyone was here last year, so it's not like it was a seamless thing for them to come in and work their magic straight away. It wasn't like that. They might have felt the same. It's taken a bit of time to bed in them philosophies and everything, tactics for the new lads. But yeah, like I've said before, for the ones who've experienced it before, we want to get back to winning. Not even just last season, but this football club's a winning football club. But at the minute we're not. We're losing games, so that's what we're trying to change right now.
You've got an international break, but then off the back of that small match with Sheffield Derby, having won the two last year, what are these games like?
Yeah, they're brilliant. You know, for the city, for both clubs, as a player, it's just amazing to go into that sort of environment, atmosphere. Maybe I'm thinking it's better than what it is because we won both games last year, but winning always helps. So we're looking forward to that game in a few weeks' time. It'll be a different set of circumstances to last year with the position we're both in, but I'm sure that it's going to be like it always is, a proper old school gutsy game.
In many ways, if you were to win that game, is that kind of the thing that you might need just to go on a run now to win a derby like that?
Potentially, yeah. I think after we won 2 in a row, we might have said the same thing, but things haven't gone the way we wanted it to. And so it's just about building consistency within ourselves, within the squad. Hopefully that can start next couple of weeks on Sunday.